What up, what up, what up? Welcome to episode 2, Dose, of the Avid Dreams podcast. My name is JASHAR.
I'm Chanel.
And we gonna get right into the shits today. How you doing, by the way?
I'm doing well. It's the weekend.
Yeah, it's Friday.
It's Friday now.
We trying to shoot for like Thursdays, but Thursday didn't really work out, so today is Friday.
Yeah.
So hell to the weekend. Right now, I'm sipping on some coffee. I know, it's like real, like, check this out. So I put together like this merch site, and I was designing the mugs, right? But then I think I like fucked up the design because this is supposed to be like the Avid Dreams. I mean, not Avid Dreams, the Quarantine Beat Tape cover over here. And I ain't put my phone on here, my bad. But anyways, check this out. Look at that design, man. I blew it. Do not order any mugs from my website. Thank you very much. But anyways, last night I was sleeping with my girl, right? And we was getting into it for a sec. We was talking about, how she's always like all over the like entire bed. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to know how girls feel about this before I start getting into how the fellas feel about this. How you feel about this, Chanel?
Feel about like size of the bed?
Yeah, how you feel about size of the bed? Do you ever get in their arguments about people with size of the bed?
No. I feel like the guys I date understand how women are. How like women will take up the bed. I even talked about this, like somebody put something up saying like normalize men getting space in the bed. I was like, sorry, no. How am I supposed to regulate how I am when I'm asleep? Like how I sleep.
Well, see, I feel like
I can't be like, oh yeah, let me remind myself while I'm like halfway through my REM cycle, my REM cycle, and be like, oh, let me make sure I leave some room for this dude.
See, I feel like girls should subconsciously make room for the dude anyways, cause like honestly, like y'all girls be getting mad when the fella be like, yo, I ain't gonna sleep in here. They be like, I need you to sleep. I need you next to me so I can feel.
See, I've never had the issue of like a dude being like, "Oh, I'm gonna sleep in the couch. I'm gonna sleep on the couch. I'm gonna sleep on him." I've never had that. They usually stay in there, but they'll be like, "Scoot over a little." I'm like, "Okay, whatever."
Straight up, we about to have like a real nice couch in this new crib we have right now. So honestly, I would sleep on the couch. Don't nobody like living on the edge of the bed. That shit is whack. I'm gonna say this to you, Timothy. That shit is whack.
Like,
stay on your side.
Like, if you got like a little bit of space, like I'll leave a little bit of space. I have to be notified that the person is on the edge of the bed though. Like he has to tell me, like, yo, I only have like 3 inches of space. Can you move over? And I'm like, okay.
Girls be catching like a full attitude though if they on the edge of the bed. How often are you on the edge of the bed?
No.
It doesn't happen often, exactly. Because we subconsciously make room for y'all. As men, we subconsciously make room for
But I don't really get that many complaints like that, though. I will say that. When I do, I just scoot over. But it usually be when I'm awake. It doesn't happen like when I'm asleep at all.
All right. I mean,
so I don't know. Maybe that's just a y'all thing. This is not like a y'all thing as in like it doesn't happen universally. I'm saying that I don't have that problem pop up enough for me to have a full argument about it.
Whatever. Let's just get into the shits. First off, we're talking about the Saweetie. How you say it? Do you say Saweetie?
I say Saweetie.
Saweetie and Quavo's baby girl. Mm-hmm. She put out this song called Tap In.
Mm-hmm. Remix.
And she put out a remix. And you were saying that there was people mad about it because she didn't put like other female rappers on it?
There was some people, having a little conversation about how I guess she didn't use female rappers for her remix. Like I think she has Post Malone on there.
Post Malone.
And she
I know Jack Harlow is on there.
Yeah, and then I don't remember the third person.
The baby,
yeah, you're right. And
I actually downloaded it so I could check it out.
The reason being, and this is a huge thing too, is because all of the hits that we had over the summertime with like female rappers like doubling up. Like we had the Savage. Well, we didn't have the Beyonce thing, but Beyonce is not a rapper, but Savage remix.
Female love.
You have the Say So remix with Nicki Minaj and Doja, which That was like okay. I would give that like a 3 out of 5. I like the original version better. I kind of knew that was gonna happen too.
I think Nicki did her thing on there.
She wasn't bad on it by any means.
Rocking with Nicki's personality, but she still be putting out fire verses.
Yeah, she's always.
Even though the albums ain't been hitting.
Has she? I'm like, my memory can be messed up. Has she collaborated with Nicki?
Who?
Megan.
Megan has not collaborated with Nicki yet.
That is crazy to me.
No, wait. Megan has collaborated with Nicki. They did the Hot Girl Summer.
You're right. That's so messed up. I did not even remember.
That's right.
It wasn't memorable.
Because she collaborated with
really
Nicki first before she collaborated with Cardi.
I was about to say that's a little off because I thought Doja, she's still making her way like up the
chain,
ladder.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, but yeah, okay, that makes more sense.
And how you feeling about the Doja thing? I know everybody's like past this thing that happened like 2 months ago or some shit. But honestly, I still want to address this because I still follow her page and I think she is fucking hilarious.
No, she's amazing. She has a great personality. Like I told people on social media, like she got her foot on my neck. I'm not going anywhere. Like her personality, she's funny. She makes songs that are like make me like not laugh like she's a bad lyricist, but like laugh like it's funny. Like she has a great personality. She floats on every track. She floats.
Honestly, I think she's the coldest female rapper out right now.
She is. And then that anime thing she got going, and then she just got this. It's not really a Nicki Minaj vibe. It's just a very different and unique look to her. A different and unique look to her. And it just like, it's cool. It's like entertaining. It's very entertaining to watch. Like
very entertaining.
She's amazing to me. I know Megan has the anime thing too, but I like a little bit more femininity in my female rapper. Like I like a little bit of. Biggie said that in the movie.
Oh yeah, he said that about Lil Kim.
Yeah, he was like, when you rap, you gotta add a little finesse
femininity to it.
Yeah, you gotta
a little sexy to it.
Yeah, you gotta soften it up a little bit. And that's how I prefer it. Like I know you said that to do that for the men, so men will listen to it. But for me, I like to have a little feminine vibe to my rapper, like my female rappers. That's why I love Nicki.
Are you getting at a certain person who?
Megan. I'm not really a big Megan fan.
And
she's not bad. Like she's a good rapper. It's just like she's not my style.
I mean, we love Megan over here.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I don't really listen to a lot of her music.
Right. I'm
a Doja fan.
I'm a huge Doja fan. I have like one or two.
Despite what Nas said.
I know. I remember that. I have like maybe one or two Megan songs on my Apple Music.
Is Savage one of them?
Savage Remix is one of them.
Same.
The second one is,
hold on, I think I only have
Big Ol' Freak. And that had to grow on me. That had to grow on me.
They play that shit so much on the radio that you have.
I don't listen to the radio though. But I would hear it every time, because I follow her on Instagram, so I'll like scroll and she'd have it playing on a lot of stuff. So that's when I heard it. So I was like,
okay, so I got 2 Megan songs. I got the Savage Remix, and I got the WAP.
I still need to hear WAP through and through.
You haven't heard it?
I know the beat. I know how it goes. I just haven't listened to it like that.
That's the joint.
You know how I am, Charlie. I listen to all these songs like back to back to back to back. It takes me a while to like for new songs to like catch for me.
That shit slapped though.
Yeah,
I rock with that. No, but I was trying to get at the whole Doja controversy. Like how she was calling like some white dudes the hard R and all that, and then people was feeling a certain type of way. How did you feel about that?
I had this full conversation. I feel like it's gonna really like go down this really long line of talking, but I basically talked to somebody about it and I said that we're too quick to cancel people. That sounds like, I grew up with people who like were similar to Doja. Like she had like a different personality. She was, obviously you can tell like she was, as I think Childish said in the song, he said too white for the black kids, too black for the white kids. She was like one of those in between. Like she was one of those people you could see like wearing little kitty ears to school and stuff like that. They always struggle with their black identity, and I think she's like under that umbrella. So when I saw it, I kind of identified it, not identified with it, but identified it, and I was like, I think she just needs a psychologist for that. I don't think she's cuckoo like or crazy or anything like that. I just think it's like an internal thing she might have grew up with that she never really let go of, I guess, that internal struggle. And when you're in that place, I feel like it's, yeah, you have times like that. And she's still getting used to being famous. So she, you know, regular people have to have more, you know, media training and have to understand what they should and shouldn't be saying and should and shouldn't be doing, or, you know, how it's gonna relate to.
Yeah, it's like you never know like what they're gonna dig up on you. It honestly makes, like, I think it was like 3 months ago, I was thinking about going back and deleting all my old tweets, but then I was like, that's like 40,000 deletes. I'm not doing that. I don't think I have anything.
You just gotta look for the
doja.
keywords that you feel like could be that you could be like villainized for.
We'll see.
You gotta
See,
look
like,
for keywords.
Here's the thing. The stuff that you can be villainized for today,
It
I
doesn't
feel
matter.
like it's gonna be new stuff to be villainized by tomorrow.
No, you're right.
So it's like everything I delete today, I can still miss something, and they be like, "Well, he said he doesn't like pickles." You know what I'm saying?
No, I know what you mean. Cancel
Just
culture
leave it to
crazy.
bug.
Cancel, but I feel like cancel culture started what, a couple years ago.
Yeah, it hasn't been that long since it's been around.
But it's very temporary. It goes by.
Love me some pickles.
Huh?
Love me some pickles.
Oh, I love pickles. I
Pickles.
do not understand why people don't like pickles or ketchup.
Just
Those.
It ties
Me
it
and
ties the
pickles
burger
and
together. It ties the
ketchup.
burger together.
We like this. We are like this.
Ties the burger together.
I always have to get extra pickles on stuff. We got way off track with that one.
100%. But pickles slap.
Pickles do slap.
You listen to the new Big Sean album? You said you was gonna listen to the new Big Sean album. Did you listen to the Big Sean album?
Oh, listen.
You didn't listen to the Big Sean album. How are we supposed to talk about that?
You can talk about it. I've heard people talk about it and they said, because I'm gonna spring it up. I'm gonna tell you what I heard.
Go hard, my nigga.
And then you get your perspective on it. I heard people saying that it was like he's like doing a lot better on this one than he has in a while. And this is like he got a lot better and he sounds a lot better on this one.
How you feel about Big Sean?
He has some songs. Big Sean has some songs that like I'm cool with. Obviously, he's on my Apple Music. I don't have any problem with them. He's not somebody I actively get excited for when I hear he has a new project out.
Not
like,
even
as if like if I was like maybe a Kanye or a Drake or a Childish Gambino or.
You still get hyped for Kanye projects?
Yeah, I do actually.
Even with like the whole non-secular?
I had that album on my Apple Music, but I didn't touch it. But I still got it because I'm still like an avid Kanye fan, even though he.
I'm kind of mad.
Dot.
I'm kind of mad that I still, every time he drops one, I'm still like, I gotta hear it.
He's just so creative. Like that's one of my people. Like, you know, what's the name of the album that didn't have a front, it just had red tape?
What was that one called? It had Black Skinhead on it.
Yeah, that album, like people wasn't really messing with that, but that was that Yeezus?
I think it was called. Yeah, that was Yeezus.
I like that album a lot.
That joint, it slapped.
Like some stuff that people don't really like and like are not really into, like I'm really into.
I liked it from the Tippity Top when it first started, before everybody thought it was cool to say that this album is okay.
Yeah, like I really liked that album.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I still get excited about that. But Big Sean is not on my list of people who I'm like, oh, I gotta listen to it. Oh, I gotta go hear it. Now, for the sake of having this podcast, now I'll think about taking a listen. Even though I haven't yet, because I'm just like, even what I just said, like I'm not really big on like starting new music out that quickly, and especially not Big Sean. I'm still like, I feel like in my head, nothing can get better than the Detroit mixtape.
And this is Detroit too.
Yeah, I know. I'm not really big on sequels unless it's Avengers or anything Marvel related. Just so you know, I love Avengers.
Marvel go hard.
We need to have a discussion. We had a discussion on that last time partially, but we really didn't get into
Well, see, it's
a
like
real strong theme piece.
Marvel's on break right now.
I know, but like,
so it's like there's not.
I
really...
wish we had this when that came out, because it would have been like a 2-hour special. I promise you, I would have talked for 2 hours about those movies. Those are like marvelous.
Oh yeah, that's another thing that we probably gonna start getting into on this podcast. We gotta talk about, comics book movies.
We gonna have to talk about comic book movies.
You know what I'm saying? I love the Marvels and I love the DC. Chanel does not like the DCs.
I'm not a big DC fan. I might roast a lot and it gets on his nerves, and it's gonna get on y'all. Maybe if you're like a huge DC movie fan. Batman trilogies, Batman, I don't really mess with. I love Batman like that. That's my favorite superhero. But when they get in the collaborations, like, it's not my thing. And we can expound on that later when the new movie comes out.
Okay, Robert Pattinson.
Yes.
Oh yeah, but
yeah, we got off track.
Back to hold on. Back to Big Sean. For some of the people who follow me, we live near Detroit.
Yeah.
We're in the suburbs. We live in Canton. So Big Sean is supposedly like, our hero. You know what I'm saying?
Like an Eminem.
So every time he drops something, I'll listen to it because, he's like our first black rapper who's made it. You know what I'm saying?
Other than Doughboy Cash Outs, but I don't even think that really counts because that was really short lived.
I'm talking more mainstream to the point where he can actually sit next to Eminem, which he's sitting next to Eminem a couple times. But that being said, I feel like he's disappointed me a lot in the past with some of the music that he's put out. And I'm known 100% for keeping slander on his name because of the way he did me 8 years ago in Detroit at Club Blue. But we're not going to get into that. That's a long ass story. I don't want to get into that right now. We're not going to get into that right now. But I listened to the album. And he does sound like, lyrically he's back on track. And, but my taste in music has changed a lot. So, just regular rapping isn't as interesting to me as music that has straight up vibes to it. And he hasn't really changed too much, with his flow and stuff. It's more so the I'm a rapper type deal. I kind of like some, singy songy type stuff now. More like the lines of Travis Scott or what Drake is doing and all that type of stuff. Because Drake
illustrious Kid Cudi,
yeah, Kid Cudi, and people along that line, and what Drake has been doing, where he still has the bars, but then he's still got the melodies with it. I'm more of a fan of that right now. Mm-hmm. That being said, I think I only downloaded maybe 3 or 4 songs from the project.
Oh, so you listened to the whole project and then you only downloaded a couple tracks?
Yeah.
That you liked or you thought were okay?
Yeah, that I actually liked. I think there was 3 or 4 that I actually liked. But this was the first time I listened to a Big Sean project and then didn't halfway through be nah, I gotta skip that. That's trash. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He didn't have anything that was trash on there. It was just not a lot of stuff on there that I personally like.
What was the stuff that you didn't personally like? Did it have a certain vibe to it that you weren't?
Yeah, a lot of stuff didn't, had a certain vibe. They had this Friday Night Cypher where he's got a bunch of Detroit rappers on there. A lot of them. Cash Doll's on there. Eminem's on there. Royce the 5'9". Payroll's on there. T Grizzly's on there. Sada Baby's on there. He's got a bunch of rappers on there.
Shut
up, boy, baby. Yeah, yo, be a pop now. But anyways, yeah, he got these beats wasn't that great for the cypher, and then he switched the beat halfway through, and then that beat wasn't better than the first one, and then he switched back to the first beat for Eminem to ride off on, and I was just why are we listening to the same beat twice? If just going, I don't know. I wasn't really fucking with it like that. But that's just because, you know what? If for another song that's got a cipher like that I was fucking with, would have to be A$AP Rocky, One Train.
Oh,
That
that's on
joint. No, he's not on there. But I'm talking about like a cypher type track that's got like a bunch of rappers on it. That joint is like 6 minutes long, but it's got a type of beat that'll make you just want to like keep listening and
download that. You know,
vibing to it. Yeah, A$AP's on there. Danny Brown is on there. Danny Brown is not on the cypher, on the Big Sean cypher. But yeah, that's how I felt about the album. It was just like, and most of the tracks that I like was featuring somebody else. The 3 tracks that I downloaded was featuring somebody else. One's got Post Malone. I like that track. With Wolves.
That sucks.
The one that he did with Travis Scott was dope. The one with Young Thug was dope. And then there was 4 tracks. The one that he did with Nipsey Hussle, I like the beat on that one a lot. That was a dope track. And he was talking some real shit on that.
Was Nipsey actually on it?
Nipsey's actually on the track. But I think Big Sean wrote his verse after Nipsey died, which I thought was kind of strange. But it is what it is.
That don't sit right with me.
Yeah, because he mentioned that, you know, after like Nipsey passed, he reached out to Kendrick in the song. He mentioned this like in the bar. And I was just like, so you just saved his verse until the album dropped and then threw some?
Nah, it feels like, what it feels like is that he had the verse and he sat on it and then it held some weight now and decided to use it and add something to it. I know, I have like I'm such a cynic, what do you call it, cynic?
Cynicist?
No, a cynic. I'm such a cynical person.
Cynical. I mean, some people do ride out like that. But yeah, that's.
But it's the illustrious Nipsey, so I hope that wasn't the case. Cause
Nipsey did what he always do.
He was amazing.
So it was joint.
So there's no way he should hold off on something. So probably isn't true. I'm just saying. It just ain't sit right with me when I first heard it. I'm just so
right.
But
yeah, but that track he did with Travis Scott, Lithuania, he did a video for that one. The video is just meh. I'm a big Travis Scott fan.
Speaking of,
go ahead.
So we saw a release come out recently. I believe within the past week of Travis Scott. He did a collab.
Mm-hmm.
Did a collab with a little restaurant we like to call McDonald's. You know what I'm saying?
A little restaurant we like to call McDonald's.
And I'm stressed out. Like I saw it and it said Travis Scott X McDonald's, and I watched the video. And not 2 seconds into the video did I wish you could put the emoji on the screen. You know that emoji like this?
Mm-hmm. It's so wild. I wonder if that picked up on the camera because you got them eyelashes that's sitting like this.
It's like this emoji.
Look at that.
You can't. No, I'm looking at my phone, right? I got the phone in my hand playing the commercial, and I'm looking at it nah, this can't be, this has got to be an SNL skit. It's real. You can order a Travis Scott meal. What in God's name, 2020 crazy, ridiculous kind of shit is this? Excuse my French, but where does artists come from? Where did your choice of Travis Scott come from? I can see if he was high in the news right now. He got a Nobel Peace Prize. He's getting the Medal of Honor from the president. He doing all this stuff. He got people out of jail like Kim K. You know what I'm saying? He's just been in and out of all of the news, all just crazy. But it hasn't even been any of that. And it just they came out with a meal out of nowhere. Then they used his toy. And the toy's walking around talking. And it's just this. What vibes is it giving me?
And I like to dip it in the barbecue sauce.
Oh my goodness. I was Cut it off. I was so mad. I didn't want to finish it, but I was like, I gotta finish the commercial. I gotta finish the commercial. Because I want to give it a full chance. So I still was not happy when I did. Actually, when he said that part, I was like...
Me and Lloyd was just cracking literally like 20 minutes ago. We was just texting about that. He was like, you see that commercial? That line is hilarious to me. But it's like, I don't understand.
You can order the meal. You can order the meal. It says Travis Scott on the receipt. Travis Scott meal.
Wow. But it's like, I know McDonald's has collaborated with like celebrities in the past.
Yeah.
Like I know they collaborated with like Michael Jordan. No, I don't think they had like an actual. Maybe they had an actual meal.
I would have liked to have a Michael Jordan meal.
Me too.
I mean, Michael Jackson meal. I'm sorry.
Or Michael Jackson. I don't know if they collaborated with Michael Jackson, but I know they collaborated with Michael Jordan.
Michael Jackson and Michael Jordan did a commercial. Was that Coca-Cola?
That may have been a Nike commercial.
Nike?
I don't know. But I know those two did do a commercial. But like, I don't understand. Like, I know Travis Scott, like right now, is like at the tippity top. Like he's one of like the top artists right now. But if they were gonna do some type of like, I don't understand why they would pick Travis Scott for McDonald's. Like,
it's so specific. It's so specific. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about it. Did you try it yet?
I try not to eat McDonald's like ever, and I don't usually.
That's fair.
So
I kind of want to try it.
I knew I wasn't gonna try it. I knew I wasn't gonna have any, but
I kind of want to try it. However, I'm not gonna try it for this podcast because that's free publicity that he's not giving us.
Oh, he had the cookies too, right? I mean, not the cookies. What the cookies? Cereal. He had the cereal too, didn't he?
Travis Scott's got cereal?
Didn't he have like a cereal box or something?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I thought he had, or maybe it was like a shoe thing that he was doing.
A shoe deal?
Yeah, like not a shoe deal. I don't know. It was like peanut butter something. Somebody knows what I'm talking about.
Peanut butter dunks?
No, well, I don't know. I really don't know. He had some kind of cereal thing he was doing for a minute. I don't know what it was. But this isn't his first rodeo with food.
He's like
rodeo. That was not supposed to be a pun.
Nice. Real nice.
Got you.
I got the dad jokes this episode. Let's go.
I love me some dad jokes.
Give me some dad jokes.
But
oh, this just happened. Tory issued an apology to Megan Thee Stallion for shooting her.
Your facial expressions be getting me, I swear.
He shot her.
Who did he shoot?
African American sweetheart. He shot her.
He apologized. I heard it wasn't even anything recent.
No, he didn't.
Through a text message.
Yeah, he sent a text message to her directly. Apparently, like it never. We still haven't heard anything publicly, which is weird that he didn't come out and say, "Listen, everybody, I'm sorry. I shot Megan. I ain't mean it. I was drunk."
He said it in the text, like, I was drunk. I know you're probably going to never talk to me again, da-da-da-da-da. But I heard she didn't respond to it.
That's very not talked to-able. Like,
yeah, you don't give somebody, like, the short message like this saying, I'm sorry I shot you. It's kind of a huge offense. And something you do to, sorry I stole your Pop-Tart. I know you're probably really upset about it. I was a little drunk and hungry.
I know brown sugar cinnamon is your favorite, but...
I was a little drunk and hungry. I apologize.
This shit kind of fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
Somebody sent me a text saying, listen, last night was crazy. Remember we was sipping Hennessy? Remember I was off the Hennessy and I shot you. I know you're in the hospital right now, but I want to say I'm sorry. Like,
and if I could be there right now to like talk to you about it and have this conversation, I would.
Like, nigga, it's done. It's done. We're never fucking talking again. You shot me.
But I'm in prison, so I can't.
Yo, if this was like the streets, man, somebody that came up after.
They would have clapped him. I'm just kidding. They would have clapped him.
He may have gotten clapped.
It was a foot.
It was a foot, but somebody may have clapped him for something like that. If it was like street shit, for real. Like if this shit happened in Chicago, somebody that got clapped like that. Yeah, so that's wild. that anything like this even happened. Whether you drinking or not, like why you even have I heard they was even coming from a party, and they was coming from a party. So like, why you have a gun on you coming from a party in the first place? Did you plan to show up to the party and shoot the party up? You gonna shoot the club up?
It was a form of protection, but if it was that, he wouldn't have had it like that nearby to shoot somebody out of nowhere. It was just strange.
Was it his SUV or was it her SUV?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Probably his SUV. Maybe he had his stash in it with. Either way, it's fucking weird.
But
It's fucking weird.
speaking of apologies, you know who needs to give one?
Who needs to give one?
Joe Biden needs to give one.
Joe Biden.
I don't think he actually apologized for anything. He just kind of cleared stuff up. But we've been hearing for years, that he's been a woman abuser. We had multiple women come forward. I don't know if you heard the actual, like, phone recording of...
I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, it starts with like Sin talking about, you know, oh, you talking about when you chased me down and dragged me, and he was like, oh, I know we was still there. Like, honestly, you dragged me.
You gonna stay there?
I hate when dudes are like, oh, I didn't know we was still on that. Like, really?
Especially when it comes to disrespect.
Yes.
Niggas always be on that shit.
They're like, really? Like, you really still on that? Like, you dragged me across the board. But it was that, and there was some documents, some documents that got released that I guess they never went to court because Sin and him decided to do it outside of court to sell everything. But it was court documents drawn up, and one of the big accusations was that everybody's kind of going wild over is bestiality.
Yeah, I just heard something like that. Which honestly, I don't even think is true.
It was
so basically
down. It was in detail too. Well, it wasn't detail like he stroked the shit. Like
yeah, basically he came out. It came out that Joe Biden masturbates his dog.
Yeah.
Because the dog doesn't have a companion, and he feels, as his owner, the dog should have pleasure as well.
Because, yeah, he doesn't have any female dogs around.
Because he doesn't have any female dogs around.
It was a little bit, some of the details in there were a little too detailed for it not to be, like, a thing.
See,
and
for
somebody who lives with him for 2.5 years, 3 years, it feels like something weird to bring up.
It sounded like something he would say on a podcast. And then it got blown out of proportion. Because I don't want to believe something like that. It's fucking weird.
She had it numbered. All the stuff was numbered. And I was like number 27. That's why I'm like wondering, like.
You think it's a real thing?
I mean, when you get to number 27, you trying to get it over with. You're like, all right. You're like, oh yeah, I can't forget.
Number 27.
That one time, she falls like this. One tear, like. I seen it, like.
That one.
That one time I seen when we gotta put that down. Like, you keep going with it. And then she had, like, kissing, like, Lexington on the mouth, how, like, he's getting... It was, like, specific stuff like that.
Lexington is the name of the dog?
The daughter. The son, I'm sorry, daughter.
Oh.
They're kid together.
Wait, kissing his son on the mouth?
Yeah, he kisses his son on the mouth, and apparently, like, Lexington was getting, like, used to kissing people on the mouth, and she didn't like that. So it was one thing she's trying to get him out of doing.
Damn.
But the bestiality thing came with him in that too.
How you feel about that?
I don't want my kid kissing everybody in the mouth. Only people that like are around me, like they're close relatives. Like,
I feel like there's probably like
maybe not even
probably
grandparents.
like cut it off or something like that.
Yeah, the only people like I kiss outside on the mouth outside of like people I'm dating is like my mom. Now, my mom and my little sister. That's about it.
Isabel.
Yeah, Isabel. That's all I do.
Okay. I still be kissing my babies.
What is your babies?
I love my babies.
I feel like a parent and a child thing is like very specific, but like anybody outside has
Was he telling the kid to keep kissing other people in the mouth or something? Or
I don't know because I don't see.
Or did he kiss
Isabel
him
or-
on the mouth and then he was just like, yeah, this is how it's supposed to be done?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't really care that much about that part though. But the bestiality.
Bestiality is
That's an issue.
pretty fucking weird. Do you believe it though? I'm out of coffee. Do you believe it?
I feel like some hyper-masculine men do weird stuff like that. Hyper-masculine.
Hyper masculine. What does that mean?
That means like super like extra macho, guarded men who are like, I don't know, like the weird, overly compensating to be manly, masculine type men do stuff like weird stuff like that. He seems like one of them to me. And the hitting, the physical abuse that we've been hearing about doesn't surprise me. I think I talked to you about this other day.
I feel like that might actually be true.
Because Tahiri talked about it, Sins talked about it now. We didn't know anything about that. And then there was one more person, I think, who said something about it. But I told you about his, like, how he is on his show on Revolt.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he'll get in arguments with women. And, like, the way he talks to the women, like, I never was okay with. And, like, like, I always told JASHAR, too, I'm just like, why is he pointing in her face like that? Why is he, like, talking at her like that? Like, it was really, like, bothersome to me. I was like, something's off with him. And apparently all that Tahiri stuff was, like, out there, but nobody was really paying attention to it. And now people are kind of like, oh, okay, like, something's off. Especially because you can hear Sin and him talking about it. He's not rebutting her, bringing up that she was dragging her.
Well, then maybe they should definitely launch some type of investigation into something like that.
Yeah, because I already knew. I was like, I saw he was talking, and I was like, something's off there.
Yeah.
Something's off with dude.
I mean, like, if you're doing some wild shit like that, you should definitely be apprehended of some kind.
Yeah, but then she was on IG and she had this whole apology video. Well, it wasn't an apology video. She was just upset, and she was like saying like, Joe's a good dad, and you know, I'm trying to protect my family. It's none of you guys' business, da da da. Which she's right, it's none of our business.
None of this is ever any of our business.
But you chose to be in love.
You chose to be a celebrity, so TMZ gonna get that.
But no, what I'm saying is like, yeah, she just was going off, and I was watching it like, what are you trying to communicate? Like, what message are you trying to communicate? The whole video, I was just like, I don't know what I got out of that. Only that you were very protective of your family. And then she was like, Joe's a great dad. I'm like, then why'd you bring up Beastie?
Why you think he was jacking his dog off there?
Yeah, and then like the dragging and stuff. Like, I'm not calling anybody a good person who dragged me and chased me down and does all that extra stuff.
Yeah,
and then embarrassed me by cheating on me.
That's an entire.
Like, he can be a good dad, but I'm not about to talk you up to public because I don't like you.
Right.
That's just me being petty, but
Right.
like, no thanks. And she was so like adamant about it. I was like, girl, bye. Like, please stop. Nobody asked you to do this. We don't want to hear from you. We don't want to talk to you about this. This has nothing to do with you. It has to do with Joe and his criminality. And his bestiality.
Well, shit. Hopefully, somebody get to the bottom of all that. I did want to right before we close the show up, I wanted to ask you if there were any albums that are supposed to drop this year that you're excited about. I know that Kanye's supposed to drop. Travis may be dropping. Kendrick may possibly be dropping. Drake is supposed to drop. Probably a few more in there. Any of those that you're excited for?
All of them.
All four?
Mm-hmm.
Did you listen to Astroworld?
No. I'm just kidding. I did. I have certain parts of it. But no, I did. I don't really skip over any of those four artists.
Okay.
I have each one of them
are you
right
the
now.
most excited about?
Drake.
Same E.
I will say Drake, Kanye West.
Kanye was supposed to drop like a month ago. Never dropped and nobody said shit about it. And I'm upset about this.
I thought Rihanna was dropping soon.
I feel like she's probably never gonna drop. I feel like
I'm not mad at her either.
Probably
She's built
just
an
doing the whole
empire.
tease thing Cause she's like,
I heard she was in the
rich
studio
as
though.
fuck.
She said that she has to make it a good one because she's put everybody on hold. But I can't blame her. I wouldn't either. Like her business is running itself basically.
mm-hmm.
So if I didn't have to do anything, y'all would never hear from me.
Okay, so rank.
Okay, so Drake, Kanye, Travis, and then Kendrick.
I would say Drake, Travis, Kendrick, Kanye.
Why?
That's how I feel about Kanye right now. On top of him constantly pushing back albums, which pisses me off. Pisses me off.
He has 70 children, JASHAR.
It doesn't matter.
70 children.
It doesn't matter. Apparently, he just came out in the news that he's worth $5 billion.
Yeah, I know that. He did a really good job with the Yeezy shoe, though.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to do any modifications to the design. He just changes colorways and people are into it. I'm dropping blue and fucking violet purple next week.
Yeah.
And we're like, $600, got him.
Yeah, them bitches is hard. I'm just saying, like,
I mean, it's a genius thing.
how I feel about the albums, like, it's not really an excuse for an album if you tease it and then say it's dropping this day. Don't say it's dropping. Never say it's dropping. If it's not going to drop, don't say it's dropping.
I can definitely understand the.
That's how I feel. If you don't say anything, I can't get mad at you. But he says something every time. I'm in the studio with Dr. Dre. Snoop Dogg like, yo, Kanye got some heat. This shit finna be hot. You gotta heat this shit. Oh my God, it's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. I ain't never seen him on it. This is all in like the span of a week. You see him taking pictures with Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg is in the studio for some reason because Snoop Dogg was talking mad shit about Kanye and his girl
yeah, he
for a
was
minute.
for a minute. I remember that.
But apparently they cool again. I don't know if somebody was talking about me and my wife like that. Like, I don't think I would be inviting him to the studio, but you know, it's Snoop Dogg. Whatever.
Different strokes for different folks.
Different strokes for different folks. But yeah, this all happened in like the span of a week, and then he says it's dropping this day, and I'm like, that's kind of early. But you know, he says it's dropping this day, and then he never dropped, and nobody said a word.
Because it's Kanye.
It don't matter.
Like, you never believe anything Kanye
It
says.
don't matter.
I feel
I'm
you. I know what you mean.
upset.
If you guys give a release date, stick to it.
50,000 on my neck is disrespect.
But yeah, I feel you though. But it's coming, and
That's why he's at the bottom.
It'll be good.
Plus, I feel like Kendrick is probably gonna come with more heat than what Kanye is coming with.
You know, one artist.
And
I don't want to get dragged for this.
I'm not even a huge Kendrick fan like that, but
You know, one semi-big artist who drops, and I don't really.
say it.
J. Cole.
Oh, Lloyd would behead you for that.
I'm sorry, Lloyd, but I still listen to his stuff. I have no issue with him. I still listen to his old projects. Like, I like him, but I'm not really excited about any new projects.
Yeah, isn't he supposed to drop this year too?
Like, there's no like beef with him at all. It's just I'm just like they were like, oh, J. Cole's dropping. I'm like, It's kind of like a. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that.
What you gonna say?
I'm not gonna say it.
What you gonna say? What you gonna say?
It's the same. It's not the same level of. It's just I have the same sentiment with like when Ben Sean drops, but J. Cole's obviously a better rapper than Ben Sean.
I mean,
It has better subject matter and quality of music. I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll get around to it. Like I do, like a lot of people except like Doja Cat, but yeah.
okay.
But yeah, I'm excited about.
I mean, that's how you feel. That's straight.
Yeah, that's just how. That's my relationship with music, and that's okay.
Back to you, Chuck.
Back to you, Phyllis.
That's how you feel. That's straight. But yeah, I'm gonna keep Kanye at the bottom of the list every time because he's probably not gonna drop, and then it's probably gonna be non-secular. And I want some
You
secular
gotta
Kanye.
chill on that.
I want some secular Kanye.
You gotta chill on that.
I'm telling his wife, oh, you can't dress this way now because we're Christian now. Yeah.
Like,
Nigga, you put a song out talking about how you wanted to bang her sisters
that's true.
just last year.
That's true. You're absolutely right. But no, I feel for you.
But we gonna move past that. I wanted to say thank you
Hey.
for listening to or watching the second episode of the Avid Dreams podcast. I want you to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that
Ding, 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 ding.
that bell. Make sure you hit that shit. And then we gonna see ya next time.
Well, I'm trying to do the Liberty Bell. Bye.